The enemy doesn't want to remind you of the consequences to your sin. They just want to remind you of the good times. Remember the good times you went out. You had something to do on a Friday. You were able to give your number away. But the enemy doesn't remind you of the pain you had when you were crying because people just want to use you. The enemy doesn't want to remind you of the consequences of when, you're hungover and now you're bent over on a toilet. The enemy doesn't want to remind you of the consequences of you're like, hey, am I pregnant? Or, am I about to have a baby with somebody that I regret? The enemy doesn't want to remind you of the consequences. He leaves that part out. Why else do you think he also inspires you to cherry pick the Bible? Yeah, just pick and choose the things of the Bible that you want to operate in. You don't have to do the whole thing, but that's falling below God's standard. That's falling below his standard, and that's not